Welcome, curious minds, to a world of knowledge and discovery. It's a pleasure to have you join us as we uncover the secrets of My Story Scholastic UK. My Story is a series of historical novels for children published by Scholastic UK. They are similar to the Dear America series. Each book is written in the form of the diary of a fictional young woman or man living during an important event in history. Most of the books feature British characters and history, but some are about non-British characters during important events and times in world history. Get ready for an exciting exploration as we unravel the mysteries of My Story, girls. Princess of Egypt, The Diary of Osha 1490 BC by Vince Cross 2008. Egyptian Princess re-released 2009 Pompeii, The Diary of Claudia, Pompeii, AD 78 by Sue Reed 2008 My Tudor Queen, The Diary of Eva de Puebla, London, 1501 by Alison Prince 2001. Catherine of Aragon re-released 2010 and Boleyn and Me, The Diary of Eleanor Valjean, London, 1525 by Alison Prince 2005. Anne Boleyn and Me, A Tudor Girl's Diary, London, 1525 re-released 2010 Lady Jane Grey, 1547 by Sue Reed 2012 Bloody Tower, The Diary of Matilda Tilly Middleton, London, 1553 by Valerie Wilding 2002. Bloody Tower, The Diary of a Tudor Girl re-released 2008 The Queen's Spies, The Diary of Catherine Kitty Lumpson, London, by Valerie Wilding 2006. To Kill a Queen re-released 2008 Mayflower, The Diary of Remember Patience Whipple, 1620 by Catherine Lasky 1996 The Great Plague, The Diary of Alice Paynton, London, by Pamela Oldfield 2001. The Great Plague and London Girl's Diary re-release Highway Girl and English Girl's Diary, 1670 by Valerie Wilding 2008 The 45 Rising, The Diary of Euphemia Grant, Scotland, by Frances Mary Hendry 2001 Transported, The Diary of Elizabeth Harvey, Sydney Cove, 1790 by Goldie Alexander 2002. Australia re-release. This one is also in the My Australia Story series No Way Back by Valerie Wilding 2012 The Fall of the Blade, A Young Aristocrat's Diary, by Sue Reed 2010 Mill Girl, The Diary of Eliza Helsted, Manchester, by Sue Reed 2002. Mill Girl, The Diary of a Victorian Girl re-released 2008 The Hunger, The Diary of Phyllis McCormack, Ireland, by Carol Drinkwater 2001. The Hunger and Irish Girl's Diary re-released The Crystal Palace, The Diary of Lily Hicks, London, by Frances Mary Hendry 2001. Young Nanny A Victorian Girl's Diary, 1850 re-released 2010 Slave Girl, The Diary of Clotie, Virginia, USA, 1859 by Patricia McKissack 1997. Slave Girl, An African-American Girl's Story, 1859 re-released 2008 Victorian Workhouse, The Diary of Edith Lorimer, London, 1871 by Pamela Oldfield 2003. Workhouse A Victorian Girl's Diary, 1871 re-released 2008 Factory Girl by Pamela Oldfield 2011 20th Century Girl, The Diary of Flora Bonington, London, 1900 by Carol Drinkwater 2001. 1900, A Brand New Century A London Girl's Diary re-released, 2010 Suffragette, The Diary of Dolly Baxton, London, by Carol Drinkwater 2003. Suffragette re-released 2011 Titanic, The Diary of Margaret Ann Brady, RMS Titanic, 1912 by Ellen Emerson White 1998. Titanic A Edwardian Girl's Diary, 1912 re-released 2008 Road to War A First World War Girl's Diary, 1917 by Valerie Wilding 2007 Berlin Olympics, Olympic Swimmer, 1936 by Vince Cross 2012 Wartime Princess by Valerie Wilding 2012 Nowhere to Run A Second World War Refugees Diary, by Carol Drinkwater 2012 Sophie's Secret War A Second World War Girl's Diary by Jill Atkin 2008 War Nurse, The Diary of Kitty Langley, Dunkirk by Sue Reed 2005. War Nurse, A Second World War Girl's Diary, re-released 2009. Blitz, The Diary of Eddie Benson, London, by Vince Cross, 2001. Blitz, A Wartime Girl, re-released 2008. Without further ado, let's move on to the topic of my story, boys. Pyramid of Secrets, Pharaoh Khafra, Egypt, by Jim Eldridge. 2010. Rowan Invasion, A British Boy, AD 84 by Jim Eldridge. 2008. Viking Blood, A Viking Warrior, 1006 AD by Andrew Donkin. 2008. Agincourt, Jeantin Lloyd, France, 1415 by Michael Cox. 2003. Armada, The Story of Thomas Hobbes, England, by Jim Eldridge. 2002. Civil War, Thomas Adamson, England, 1644 by Vince Cross. 2002. Trafalgar, James Grant, HMS Norseman by Brian Perrott. 2002. Waterloo, Bob Jenkins, Royal House Artillery, by Brian Perrott. 2003. Crimea, The Story of Michael Pope, 110th Regiment, by Brian Perrott. 2004. Indian Mutiny, Hanuman Singh, India, by Pratima Mitchell. 2002. Sweeps Boy, A Victorian Boy, London, 1870 by Jim Eldridge. 2010. Zulu War, Jabuani, Africa, by Vince Cross. 2002. The Trenches, Billy Stevens, The Western Front, by Jim Eldridge. 2002. The Trenches, A First World War Soldier, 2008. Re-release. Flying Ace, Jack Fairfax, Royal Flying Corps, by Jim Eldridge. 2003. The Storm to Come, Vienna, 1939 by Yankov Glashine. 2010. U-Boat Hunter, Peter Rogers, HMS Aram, by Brian Perrott. 2005. Battle of Britain, Herewoods, England, by Chris Priestley. 2002. Battle of Britain, A Second World War Spitfire Pilot, 2008. Re-release. Spy Smuggler, Paul Leled, France, by Jim Eldridge. 2004. Desert Danger, Tim Jackson, North Africa, WWII, by Jim Eldridge. 2005. Desert Danger re-release. 2012. D-Day, Lieutenant Andy Pope, Normandy, 1944, by Brian Perrott. 2004. D-Day, Second World War Soldier, 1944. 2009 re-release. I hope you learned something new today. Let me know what you found most interesting in the comments below.